I'm Trent Keith with Keith Realty, here with your weekly video. I have some news stories today, some questions, and a quote with a highlighted listing in the middle. So glad to have everyone tuning in today. What is going to happen with our NCAA men's basketball tournament? I think they say we have one team from Indiana in there, Purdue. That's a rough year. So we'll see. Will Purdue do good in the tournament? I don't know. They're pretty good this year, so we'll see. I think they got a shot to get a little ways. And Indiana men's basketball released their head coach and are on the search for another one. Who will be the next Indiana men's basketball head coach? I haven't heard yet who they're even going to interview, but that'll be interesting to see. So, moving on to our questions for the day. I have 5 questions on real estate. If you have not seen or listened to our video or podcast before, what we do is we answer questions about real estate that you have. So if you are looking to buy or sell real estate, or you're in the process, then post a question and we will answer that the next time I do a video. We will try to make your transaction as simple as possible. And if you are looking for a real estate agent and you're in the Owen County area, we cover Owen County, Monroe County, and Greene County. We go a little bit north, but that kind of gives you an idea of the range we're in. We would be glad to help you with any real estate transactions. So, our first question for today: what type of home do I look for when I have a government loan? Okay, this is something we run into quite often because government loans are very popular. A lot of times you can do a USDA loan and not have to have any money up front. Or maybe it's just because of your credit score, a government loan works out good for you. There's all different reasons why you use a government loan. But when you start looking for homes, they affect what type of home you can actually look for. So if you're using a USDA loan, you cannot buy a house that has peeling paint. You got to be real cautious about what kind of roof it is, what kind of condition the roof's in. You got to make sure there's no moisture in the basement, if it has a basement. There cannot be damaged windows or rot, things like that with your windows. And it's got to be a good solid foundation. Those are some of the highlights of the things you got to watch out for if you're using a USDA loan. And it's really difficult to get a home at a really cheap price that will fit a USDA loan, because usually the way the market is right now, if a home is for sale at a cheap price, that means that there's issues that have to be dealt with, and you usually cannot use your USDA loan for that. So keep that in mind. Depending on what type of government loan you have, talk to your lender and find out the details, and talk to your real estate agent and get all those laid out so he or she can help you look for the type of home that fits the criteria that you need for the type of loan you have. Okay, do I need to be gone when my house is being shown? We run into this question quite often. You do not have to be gone when a realtor is showing your house that you have listed for sale, but it is highly recommended. A lot of times buyers do not feel comfortable if you're sitting or standing around listening to their conversation while they're walking through looking at your home that's for sale. Maybe they're nervous to ask questions, or maybe it just makes them feel uncomfortable that they cannot communicate while they're going through the home. But we hear more often than not from buyers that they do not want the homeowner there when they're looking at their house. So we normally recommend that you leave for a short period. You can go sit in your car and wait. You can go and leave the premises, whatever you want to do. But it's not usually recommended to stay while your home's being shown. But you don't have to leave. So it's totally up to you, but we recommend that you leave if possible. Okay, number 3, I will need more than 30 days to get moved once my home sells. Will that be a problem? The way the market is today, that brings up issues. And if you think about it, if you are a buyer and you want to buy a home and you go in and you close on it, you pay the money and it's on you now. You're paying the monthly mortgage, you have to have insurance, all those things. And you have to wait more than 30 days for the seller to get out. That is definitely a deterrent with people. It is usually something that will cause a lot of people to not want to purchase your property or home because they do not want to be paying on something that they do not have access to. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. It's not that you cannot sell if you have longer than 30 days to get out, but it makes it more difficult. And thinking from the buyer's perspective, it definitely makes sense. They don't want all that extra time wasted once they start paying on your property. Okay, number 4, can you help me with a for sale by owner? Yes, we can help you with a for sale by owner. Sometimes the seller does not want a real estate agent to help. And so at that point, we cannot do anything to help you. But a lot of times they're fine with it and we can work out something to where we can help you through that process. But it is on a case-by-case basis. You never know for sure. Every for sale by owner is different. So we would just have to see according to which property you're wanting to look at if that is an option or not. Okay, the last question for today. What is a settlement statement? If you have bought or sold property, you have heard of a settlement statement. What that amounts to is it is the preliminary numbers that a title company will send out, and it shows the sellers all the details of what all expenses are going into the sale of their property and how much they will have left once everything is closed. Same way the buyers, it shows all the expenses going into that, and it shows what you have to bring to the table to close that deal. So the settlement statement is all the numbers that you need to know if you are buying or selling a piece of property. Okay, that's the last question for today. We will move on to our highlighted listing of the week. We have a listing at 279 West Jefferson Street in Spencer. This is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. It's in a good location in Spencer. It has a 1-car detached garage and it has an enclosed front porch. This property has 1,664 square feet, and below ground it has 252 square feet. It was built in 1900 and it is listed at $129,000. So that's a good price range. This is not a home you can do a USDA loan on. So if you're working through a government loan, it sounds like this is a home you would have to do conventional or cash. You would not be able to do a government loan. So keep that in mind if you're looking. This is probably one that you'd want to see if you can get a conventional loan instead of a government style loan. So 279 West Jefferson Street for $129,000. If you are looking for something like that, please contact us and we will get you in to see it. All right. Once again, for any of those out there who have not watched our videos, we ask you to post any type of real estate question you would like, and we will try to answer it the next time we do a video. We are here to make your transactions as simple as possible. So if you think of something, post it, and we will try to answer that the next time I do a video. All right, my ending quote for the day is by Albert Einstein. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. So I will leave you with that quote today. Thanks everyone for watching our videos, and have a great week.